So we are a medium-sized Catholic high school based in Leyland. We have around 800 pupils on roll at the moment with about 90 staff members. And we're quite a warm and welcoming school, quite big in the Catholic community, obviously being a Catholic school. And we're always pushing to push our pupils and staff to be better people and let their light shine, which is our school motto. Yes, so currently we have around 420 devices currently using our NetSupport DNA, and that's a mixture between Windows devices, Chrome OS devices, and Mac devices. I believe you can push it out to iOS devices and iPads, so we are looking at rolling out that part of it out shortly. Yes, so in every school there's always going to be them odd few pupils who like to push the boundaries a little bit, playing games, trying to get places they don't want to be or don't need to be on. And there's those members of staff who are not very proficient with technology. So we've gone with NetSupport DNA to counteract that. So the ability to block websites very quickly instead of having to go into our filter, monitoring keywords, the whole suite is there to help us help the staff. For example, the Google games, you can obviously play Google, Tic-Tac-Toe and Pac-Man. The ability to go into that individual machine, instead of closing down his entire web browser, we can close down that one tab without the pupil even knowing we are there. It makes a massive difference, and it gives them the illusion that the teacher's actually knowing what they're doing. So DNA, we professionally use it just in the IT department. Our favourite feature today is the ability to install software remotely. Obviously, there is other ways of doing it. However, through DNA, it's been a lot easier. Especially, we've recently purchased a new version of 2D design, and the fact that I was able to deploy that to 400 plus machines in a matter of minutes, it made my life a lot easier, and it was ensuring me that it was there to be installed and it was ready for the next lessons. I would sum up the software in a sentence with, it is a techie's and best dream. It is exactly what most people would want, and if you manage any computer network within education or even out of education, this software is a must. It makes your life easier, it makes our lives easier, and the fact that it can do several other pieces of software's job in one piece of software, it's a no-brainer, really. I would highly recommend NetSupport DNA to anyone who's interested in monitoring school networks, business networks, or even if you're looking for a solution where if you don't want to monitor people's screens or keywords, just for the ability to roll out software, track the energy usage, the printing usage, it's an amazing auditing tool. So I would, even if you're not going for the full package of it, it's something definitely I would recommend to everybody. So with Classroom Cloud, we have it installed on about 300 devices, which is a range of Windows and Chromebooks. We use that in hand with NetSupport DNA, as DNA we use for primarily IT staff. So our department, Classroom Cloud's primarily for teaching staff and other staff members who don't need the full features, but it's a lot more simpler to use and more colourful, if that makes sense. Yes, so before we had Classroom Cloud, we had another piece of software that helped with obviously remoting in and checking the screens, but it was also part of the keyword system. And we were facing problems where it was a really manual job to put keywords in, and it took a lot of time from ourselves and the safeguarding team. With Classroom Cloud, it's got over 12,000, I think, probably even more at this point, of different words and categories. And it seems like every other day there's at least another 200, 300 words on. So the fact that worry and stress of is these new words that children know that we might not know, are they being added in? That stress has been lifted off us, and we are more comfortable and more assured that the software is protecting the pupils and the safeguarding. The fact that you can link it with like services such as CPOMs, it makes a massive, especially for teaching staff. If they see something, oh, I need to log into a different system, they can quickly click report to CPOMs, it sends it up. That's one less job they've got to do, and at least they know they've done their responsibility of safeguarding the children. Yes, so as I mentioned, that it's primarily used by teaching staff. So in our IT lessons, primarily, it's used for obviously monitoring the classroom and demos. So the share screen functionality is used very heavily when they're demoing like the Adobe suite or some 3D design work. The fact that you can lock screens with a padlock, or I think you can change that to whatever image you like, is a game changer, because if the teacher is trying to demo something on her screen and they're playing on the computer, she can just lock them down straight away, and that's it. They can't do anything. They can't bypass it. They can't do anything like that. On the other hand, there's also the whole, they can reset people's passwords if it's set up on your environment, which lifts a lot of problems from our side, because we get, especially in September, I've forgotten my password, I can't get in. That gives the teacher the ability to reset it themselves and say, it's okay, the IT team may be very busy, but I will be able to reset your password and crack on with the work that's been set. I would sum it up, it is a teacher's best friend in any classroom. And I say that because obviously not every computer room is being used at the same time, and not every teacher will use computer rooms. And the more prolific staff member who's in, like IT teachers, they're using the technology every day. They're very knowledgeable, they know what to do with it. The fact that Classroom Cloud, when you first open it, it gives you, this is how you do this. This is, if you want to do this, here's quick, it points at the buttons you need to know. It's very, anybody could pick it up and understand it, and it's not overwhelming to some staff members who might be afraid of technology or be afraid to break something. It's very open and welcoming to all users' experience. So I've known about NetSupport quite a few years, but I never got a chance to actually experience it. And they're part of a group where they partner with a lot of different like organizations and groups. So I'm part of a group called the Association of Network Managers in Education, and they work very closely with them. And the fact that they go there and demo the software, it made a massive difference for me, because I was able to see firsthand, oh, so this is Classroom Cloud. That is really, really useful. And having that interaction with yourselves, it's been absolutely brilliant. And I know there's quite a lot of different software. There's obviously NetSupport Notify, which is a very, very useful tool. However, we don't use it, but it is something we're interested in the future. There's DNA, Classroom Cloud, and there's a whole variety of others. It's a jack of all trades, really. If you need it, the good chance is NetSupport will supply it. I would say if you're on the edge of, if you're not sure or you want to know more, reach out to their support team or their customer services team, because they're very open to showing you a quick demo, answering any questions, and they'll even just set you up on a demo. You don't need to give them any details or anything. They'll just let you play with it, let you have a go, and they're very open to customer comes first, which is essentially anywhere. And if there's a problem, their support team same day, immediately. How can we help? Let us resolve your problem. It is next level service from a company that genuinely care about their customers. There's so many words you could use, but if I had to pick one, I would pick welcoming.